Well, defying the odds, tonight in his Hero Next Door report, sports director Chris Porter shares the story of a local man who had a traumatic brain injury in a very serious car accident more than a decade ago.
And he explains how this man is using his personal testimony to help other TBI victims.
Eric Powell's ability to walk inside this Brooks clubhouse here on the south side of Jacksonville might not seem like a big deal, but for him, it's a miracle.
What do you do? I can lay down and cry, or I can just do it.
July 8th, 2002, while traveling in his car, Powell was involved in a serious accident. He was driving north on Interstate 95 when a semi-truck traveling south jackknifed and dumped thousands of pounds of wood over the median and into Powell's car. The accident left him with serious injuries to his body and brain.
How do you absorb this? Like, really? It doesn't make any sense to me. Then I saw some of the pictures, and I'm thinking, well, how does somebody survive that? And it was just I was having trouble absorbing all that stuff, as I still do.
From July to Thanksgiving of 2002, Powell remembered nothing. But the news would only get worse. Doctors told the husband and father of 2 toddlers at the time he'd never walk or talk again.
That actually crushed me for a long time. I was a cross-country runner, and the fact that I would never ever walk again and I was sentenced to a wheelchair, that's like being in prison. That just destroyed me.
But Powell is a fighter. He had to have more than 10 surgeries, not months, but years of rehabilitation. He had to learn to talk and walk all over again. Powell recounts one of the lowest moments during his recovery.
I was in my daughter's bedroom in our first house. I watched my wife and kid on the playground, having a good time, jumping and swinging stuff. That got to me. It's like, I can't do that right now. I've never been more depressed than I was at that time.
But he was determined. This is video of him taking his first steps.
He's doing great.
Powell defied the odds.
It sucked. I got hit hard and I got depressed, but I've got 2 kids to raise and a wife to be with forever, so it was pretty, I was able to see, good enough to see the good above the bad part of it.
Nearly 13 years later, he's volunteering here at Brooks Clubhouse, helping other people who suffered traumatic brain injuries.
I have been where a lot of these people are, so I can hands-on. You could tell somebody how to do it, but I have been there. So here's how I got through it, so let's talk about it.
Eric Powell is our hero next door.
I get to help people help themselves. That's what I did before as an engineer. I would help people help themselves.
Eric Powell told me he's had to have a surgery every other year since his accident back in 2002, and his rehabilitation process is ongoing. In addition to volunteering at Brooks Clubhouse, he also volunteers with Adaptive Aquatics. If you'd like to nominate someone in your community who's doing great things, shoot me an email, tweet, or leave a message on my Facebook page, and yes, I'll show them some love.